So, Arsenal's second best player, in terms of output, in terms of goals, could genuinely be on the bench this Sunday when we play Tottenham. How crazy is that? And do you know what? I might actually agree with it. Before we get into it though, please just quickly do me a favour, hit like on this video. So I am of course talking about Leandro Trossard. Look, he's been a fantastic player for Arsenal this season. Listen to his stats, he scored 15 goals. This player is 3 goals behind Bukayo Saka, and he doesn't even take penalties. 3 goals behind our top scorer. You know, this is a tally of goals that Martinelli got last season. And, you know, we all held him up to this standard of him being brilliant, you know, being one of the best left wingers in the world, which he is, by the way, still, in my opinion. Martinelli, I love him. But I kind of feel like Trossard doesn't get that same amount of love that we give to Martinelli. Now, is it because he's an older player? Is it because Martinelli's been here for such a long time and we got him when he was young from the 3rd or 4th division, wherever it was, from Brazil? I don't know, but Trossard, in terms of numbers, like I said, 15 goals. That is an unbelievable return. And I don't think people speak about it enough. Because look, will Trossard be on the bench on Sunday? Probably. Because the way that Tottenham will play, probably, if we're to listen to what Ange Postecoglou said and take it as truth, because he said he's going to continue playing the way that he likes to play, Tottenham will play a high line. And we know Martinelli in this Arsenal team has the pace. So for that reason, it would be simple logic to stick Martinelli forward, because Tottenham are going to be sat on the halfway line and there's no one as quick as Martinelli on this Arsenal team. Is it as simple as that? Or does it get to a point where you look at Trossard's goals and you say, what are you talking about? You've got a guy with 15 goals. You can't put him on the bench, and this is why I need your guys' help. What would you do? Is it as simple as we play Martinelli because of the high line and because of the speed? Or is it more difficult than that? Do we need to consider playing Trossard on the left? You know, I've heard a lot of people in the comment section saying they actually prefer Trossard up front. Now, for this game, I certainly wouldn't play Trossard up front. I understand what you're saying because in terms of finishing, still, in my opinion, Trossard is the best finisher at the club. But the way Havertz is playing, he's definitely earned that number 9 spot. So I think it will be a tough decision for Mikel Arteta to make. What would I do? Look, I might agree with it. I understand the logic of playing Martinelli on the left for the reasons that we mentioned. Not only that, Martinelli, in terms of defensive work, he may be slightly better than Trossard. I think Trossard actually does the defensive work very well as well. But I think Martinelli and Saka and Havertz is now, you know, the front three that you look at when we're playing the big games. That seems to be the one that I would pick, a lot of you guys would pick, and to be fair, the one that Mikel Arteta would pick, because we saw against Bayern Munich, he opted for Martinelli in that game. But I just thought that would be an interesting question to start the video on. Who starts in left wing for Arsenal against Tottenham? Is it Trossard or Martinelli? Let me know in the comment section. Now, in terms of title race, Man City, we saw them playing last night. And that was kind of one of the games that you looked at and you thought, if Man City are going to drop points, it might well just be against Brighton. They're away. It's a difficult place to go. Brighton like playing their football. But it was difficult for Brighton, wasn't it? Man City turned up and done what Man City just have a habit of doing. They turned up, swept them aside. 4-0 is very, very convincing. It kind of set a statement, you know, sent out a statement to Arsenal. Liverpool, we can talk about them in a second. I think they've probably dropped out of it. You can never say never, of course. But yeah, that 4-0. I mean, I heard Martin Keown on TalkSport saying he kind of feel like Brighton let them win. They kind of rolled over. But I don't necessarily agree with that. I just think this is what Man City do at this part of the season. Let me know your thoughts on it. But Man City are relentless. Like I said, let me know, where do you see Man City dropping points if you do see Man City dropping points? They got, you know, their next 3 games is they got Forest away, they got Wolves at home, and then they got Fulham away. So what one of them games do you look at and think, oh, Man City could drop points there? Because it's going to be difficult. Forest away, I think they dropped points to Forest last season. That is maybe one of the things you can cling on to. But apart from that, the other 2 games, you know, you wouldn't bet on Man City dropping points in any of them game. Like I said, I looked at the Brighton game and I looked at the Tottenham game that they got coming up. Tottenham is always a very difficult team for Man City to play. But if it's to a point where, you know, Man City and Arsenal are playing for the title and Tottenham could have a say in that, will they look at it and say, let's let Man City win so Arsenal don't win the league? Now, I don't think it works like that. I think as fans, it's interesting to discuss things like that. But I don't think Ange Postecoglou would look at it and say, listen, we can help Man City out here if we lose to them. And then that means Arsenal definitely can't win the league. We know they're fighting for Champions League as well, so I don't think it's going to pan out that way. But I'm just looking at their next set of fixtures and trying to figure out where I think they're going to drop points, because it will be difficult. Forest away, like I said, you can't count on Man City losing points there. Wolves at home, we know Wolves are a decent team, but if Arsenal can go to the Molineux, I think, Man City are going to be fairly comfortable at home against Wolves. And then you got Fulham away. Look, Fulham away isn't that difficult this season. I think maybe it was difficult earlier on in the season, but we've seen Liverpool go there, play very well. Arsenal have played well against Fulham. They're just not seeming to put in the kind of results that I've seen them put in, earlier in the season and maybe last season as well. So I don't think Man City are going to drop points in them 3 games. If I'm looking at a game where I think Man City can drop points, it is probably going to be that game against Tottenham. We're going to need Tottenham to do us a favour against Man City. But I don't know if that's going to happen. But we've only got a couple of days now until the Tottenham game. I will, of course, be doing the match breakdown tomorrow, so make sure you're subscribed for that. But if you want to get in there early and let me know your thoughts on the game, leave a couple of questions about the Tottenham game and I can answer it in tomorrow's video. This is a bit of a shorter video today. I just wanted to say thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. And before you go, please just do me the favour of hitting like on this video. Just like it and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.